welcome back. As you will have seen at the start of the video, I was invited to an event by Little Brown Books on Thursday to celebrate like all their recent releases and upcoming releases, as well as getting to meet Ali Hazelwood and getting proofs of a certain upcoming book signed, which was really exciting. I completely forgot to film content for my YouTube channel. I mostly prioritize my Instagram, so I didn't really have much I could use as like a vlog to post on here. So instead I just compiled a couple of videos that I took for my Instagram, but I did want to share all the books that I ended up getting and bringing home with me. As I've mentioned in my previous video, I am currently packing away all of my books, and so I've already put away like 3 or 4 of the books that I received, but I will still mention them and add a little graphic to talk about the book. But for the most part, I haven't packed a lot of them because I am planning to read them soon, especially since 2 of them are coming out next week, which is really exciting. But yeah, let's get on with the haul. Okay, so first I want to get through these summer proofs that are coming out from June till August. And the first book is The Ballad of Jeanette Delahaye, or Jacquetti. I can't pronounce the name and I feel so bad, but I saw this at a table and saw the pirate theme and I was like, that looks interesting. That girl on the cover, let me see what that's about. I like briefly skimmed over the synopsis. It's like I didn't read too much into it because I want to go into it blind. I've realized lately that I actually enjoy books a lot more when I have no expectations going into them, or no anything at all other than like the genre. So I will put a synopsis of the book here. You can go ahead and read it, but I'm so excited to read it. Sounds amazing. Next book is How to Leave the House by Nathan Newman. This was a book that me and 2 other mutuals had seen on the same table, and they were doing a little giveaway of this book with like an embroidered t-shirt, which I unfortunately didn't win, but it sounds really funny. The back says it's Nat West's last day before he leaves for university, and there's one thing on his mind: the deeply embarrassing package he ordered to his house, which still hasn't arrived. He won't leave town without it, and any alternative is too distressing to consider. And it's supposed to be the funniest, wildest, and most original debut novel of 2024, and it comes out May 2nd this year. And they also had really funny postcards, and I took this one. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this, and I'm not packing this away as it's coming out in May, which is Tuesday, will mark exactly a month until it's released, so I'm hoping to read this soon. It's not too long of a book, but yeah, I'm really excited with this. And the last of the 3 proofs is Medici Heist by Caitlin Schneiderhan. This comes out in August. I don't see a day. As someone who loves Florentine history and just find the Medici family really fascinating, I already knew I was going to pick this up. I don't want to say this is a YA historical fiction. It could be, might not be, not 100% sure, but it sounds really interesting. And it just says at the back, "Welcome to Florence, 1517, a world of opulence, secrets, murder, and the greatest robbery of the Renaissance." But yeah, this is a really pretty proof, and I'm looking forward to reading this. And I sadly will be packing this as it's not out for a good while, but I actually will be in Italy this summer, so I might bring this with me since I'll be there before it comes out. Next are 2 books that I have packed away. Is it 2 books or maybe more? Plus the one that I still have on me. The first is The Notebook. I did a blind book date. They had loads of them and they were all signed. They came with a signed book plate. And the one that I took, I thought was The Summer We Fell by Elizabeth O'Rourke. I believe that's how you say her name. It wasn't. It ended up being The Notebook, which I've been told isn't the best, but I know the movie is great. So we shall see what happens to that book, if I want to keep it or not. And then the other book is the paperback edition of Queen Charlotte by Julia Quinn and Shonda Rhimes. I have the US hardback because I prefer the naked dust jacket, like the naked cover or hardback. But I also really want to have the paperback edition, so I helped myself to one since they still had some towards the end of the evening, and by that point they didn't have the 1 book per table rule going anymore. But those were the 2 books that I packed away. And the next is So Let Them Burn by Camilla Cole. It's a YA fantasy series with dragons, as you can see. I don't know the entire plot, but like I know certain things, and also they had a recording of the author talking about her book, and it just made me even more excited for the book, even though she didn't spoil much about the plot. And it's just, it's hyped me up even more to pick this up, and I'm so glad they had them because I really wanted to read this. But yeah, I'm also not packing this away because, fingers crossed, once I finish getting through like my proofs for April and May, which I've read all of my April proofs apart from my current read, which is Funny Story, and To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods, which is my other current read that I've paused. But that means I'll be able to get to this very, very soon, and I'm so excited. I miss reading fantasy books with dragons in them. And now we're down to our last 3 books, which are the ones I'm so excited to show everyone. First is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've been saying Jimenez, but apparently that's incorrect. This is her newest novel. It's coming out April 9th. But this was like the first table that they had as soon as you walked in, was the Piatka's table. And I saw this and immediately picked it up. I know I'm gonna love this. I have Yours Truly in the US paperback that I bought when I went to visit the States, I want to say 2022, in the summer, but I just never got around to reading it. But I guess we can start with this one, and I'm so excited. As I mentioned, I'll be going away on holiday this summer, so if I don't read it soon, I'm probably going to save it for July and just read it then, which I feel like is the perfect time to read this. And it says, to find their soulmate, all they need is 4 dates, a kiss, and a breakup. And Abby was also another one of the authors who had a pre-recorded video for everyone to watch, and it made me really excited to read this. It sounds like it's gonna hurt, but also be really funny. So yeah, that's Just for the Summer. Next is a book that technically wasn't on any of the tables. One of the employees was going around and I'd seen her take out Chestnut Spring poster, and I was like, oh, I really want that. And then right after, she took out a copy of that same author's book to the person she was talking to, and it was a copy of Wild Love by Elsie Silver, and I was like, there's no way. So me and Isla and Lainey went and asked, like, hey, do you have any more posters or books? And she did. So I managed to get a copy of Wild Love in advance, and I was literally thinking about whether or not I should pre-order it or buy it on the day it comes out, but now I have it in my hand, and it's just, oh, she's so pretty. I know this is like a single dad romance, and that he's also related to Willa, who's the love interest / main character of the second book in the Chestnut Spring series, Heartless, which is my favorite book, along with Reckless. So I'm really excited to read this. It's the first book in her new series called the Rose Hill series. I also did get the poster, and it's signed by Elsie herself. I rolled it up, but I will put a picture here of how it looks like. It's gorgeous, and I cannot wait to frame it up once they've finished working in my room. But this is another book that will be staying by my side until I've read it. And the last book in this haul is Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. These were being handed out as we walked in, and we got to line up and wait for Ali to come out and get our copies signed. And I had asked if we could get like a quote in it, and the member of staff had said they'd get back to me, and then they forgot and I forgot. And then I got distracted when talking to Ali. So it's just personalized, but next time I see her, I'm definitely gonna ask for a quote. I have the UK paperback and US paperback pre-ordered. I haven't even started this book, but I'm so excited. It's got a dual POV, forbidden romance, enemies with benefits, angsty love story. And it's kind of a STEM romance, but it's more biotech from what I've heard. So like food tech, sort of, like the protagonist. And I'm so in love with this cover and this proof, and I still can't believe I own a personalized edition. I'm so excited to read this. And of course, this isn't leaving my side until I finish this too. But yeah, that's Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. These were all the books, well, most of the books that I got from the event. I'm so excited to get through to them. Thank you so much to Little Brown for inviting me. I just had such a fantastic time and getting to meet so many new people, as well as getting to see a couple friends. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!